Hello students, a very warm welcome to you all. Today we are going to discuss English grammar topic Prepositions, presented by Darshna Ma'am and promoted by yeschool.com. Prepositions you all know very well. We are learning from preschool onwards and they are a very important parts of speech. You can see two pictures over here, two different images with different words and different colors. The first picture, if we talk about, is showing an arrow marks along with every picture and it's telling you about directions. The second picture, if you see, is you can see an object, a ball and a cute animated creature. Now we are going to discuss these pictures in detail. So let's focus on the first picture. You see the first picture, the sky blue color, cute, lovely, beautiful ball, and along next to the ball, along with the ball, there are arrow marks in every image and a word given below. If you see the first picture, it shows the arrow mark upward and the ball is down and the word written there is up. Yes, the first preposition up, the second down, the third over, to, away from, past, into, out of, around, onto, off, across, through and along. This is telling us the direction where the ball is going to move. The second picture, if we see, in the second picture, we can see a cute animated creature with a ball. In the first picture, you can see the position of that animated creature. Where is it sitting? It is sitting behind the ball. The second picture, it's sitting beside the ball. The third picture, it's sitting on the ball. The fourth picture, oh, it's so cute. It's sitting under the ball. The next picture, that cute animated creature is sitting between two balls. The next picture, it's inside the box with the ball. Because it's telling a position, we are just using the word in over there. The next is in front of. Now this is called a prepositional phrase. We'll discuss about it in the next Yes, we'll be discussing about prepositional phrase in the next section. Okay. So for now, we talk only about the preposition words. The next you can see it's near the ball. And the last one you can see it's jumping above the ball. So prepositions are basically the words that show us positions, that shows us directions and tells something about the noun or pronoun. Now this is what we have understood from the point of view of images. But when we talk about writing part and when we talk about understanding part, let's understand few simple things. And I'll read out those which I have already penned down over here. Prepositions show the relationship of one word in a sentence to another word. These little words are used for a specific reason. Yes, their job is to tell us about the position of someone or something that we have already seen in the previous slide. They are preposition words almost always used before the noun, pronoun, which is referred in the sentence. Now altogether there are around 150 prepositions in English. Yes, thousands of words, isn't it? Because English also is a language used to communicate. Now among that 150 words, now we are going to talk only about the most common prepositions and those are these 10. On, in, at, by, of, under, to, out, from and for. Among all the 8 parts of speech, prepositions are used more frequently other than individual words. Yes, because whenever we are talking about any person, name, person, place or thing, the first thing that we need to know about is their positions, their directions, and then their actions, isn't it? Among these all 10 words, the next 3 which I'm talking about, of, to, and in, are among 10 most frequent words in English. So altogether, the 4 things that we learn from prepositions are location, direction, time, and the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and the other word in a sentence. So let's discuss it along with the words, okay? The first one, it shows where something is, that is location. So for example, the prepositions which are used to explain the location are between, near, in, on, under, outside, inside, etc. The second one is direction, where something is going. Example, to, around, towards, through, past, beside, etc. There are so many other words, but these are the common which we use very often. The third thing the preposition gives us is, it tells us time, when something happens. Example, on, at, until, during, etc. Etc. is a term used when we have some more words to be added to the list, isn't it? The fourth thing that we get from the preposition is, we get the relationship between a noun or a pronoun and another word in a sentence. For example, at, with, by, of, and many other words. So again, we use the term etc. A list of commonly used prepositions. Now earlier we discussed there are altogether 150 prepositions. From that, the 10 most frequently used we have spoken about, and here are the other 40 words which we use very often in our speaking, in our talking, in our writing. Yes, you can note it down in your notebook if you want, and while you're noting it down, I will read them out for you. Okay, so the words are above, below, in, along, by, of, with, about, behind, from, toward, against, beyond, near, upon, before, for, to, after, of, like, up, at, except, since, across, beside, into, until, around, during, on, beneath, through, between, inside, under, among, down, and within. So these are the most commonly used words by us in speaking, in writing, in talking. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Now here I have jotted down a small exercise using different words, and this will help you in another way of understanding preposition, understanding the meaning of the sentence and not just the preposition. Now visualization always helps. Visuals always help us to understand the content, to understand the meaning of what is being shown in the picture or shown in the sentence. So the first one, for example, I would like to read out and I'll ask you to do something and you're going to follow that. The first sentence, the wolf jumped on the shepherd. Now, when we read, because we've used the correct preposition, when we read, we can imagine a wolf really jumping on the shepherd. Can we all close our eyes for a few seconds and imagine the sentence? A wolf jumped on the shepherd. Now keep your eyes closed. I'm reading the next, and I'm sure from the living creatures, your image, your visual image is going to turn up to the non-living objects. The second sentence is, the book was under the table. Yes, can you all imagine a book and a table and seeing that book under the table? Very good. That's it. It helps if we use the correct prepositions, we can easily visualize and understand the meaning of the sentence very appropriately. Okay. The third sentence, my friend was waiting for me beside the road. Yes, here we cannot use on the road. We cannot stand on the road, isn't it? We always have to wait beside the road. The bird flew over the lake. Oh, this again can give a beautiful visual if we close our eyes and imagine. During this quarantine days, we all are coming across, seeing the sky very clear and the birds flying very freely in the sky. The next one, the fifth sentence, my elder shouted at me. Yes, when elders are shouting at us or scolding us, we always should take it positively because there is always a reason behind them. They are more experienced than us. And if they are scolding us, if they are shouting at us, if they are stopping us, it is for our betterment, isn't it? So my elder shouted at me. We cannot use the term here on or shouted to me. No, my elder shouted at me. I have a great fondness for old Hindi songs. Something which is my favorite too. I too love old Hindi songs. The next sentence, he is respectful towards his parents. A lovely sentence. He is respectful towards his parents, not to his parents. Okay. Towards is the most appropriate preposition. And I would say, why only we say he? We all have to be respectful to our parents and to our elders. I congratulated Raman on his success. Yes, here we have to use the preposition on. Now, these three words, on, at and in, are very close. In the next session, we will be discussing in detail about these three prepositions, how easily we can differentiate and how can we use keeping the time and place in mind. Okay. The ninth sentence, Birbal was one of the 9 gems of Akbar's court. Yes. Many of us have come across Akbar Birbal stories, isn't it? And Akbar had always given a challenge to Birbal, and Birbal had always proved himself one of the best among his 9 gems. The last sentence, Rohan's aunt was blessed with a baby girl. So, if you notice, all 10 sentences, we have used 10 different prepositions, giving us 10 different meanings. So, this topic is something which we can go deeper as much we want. And very, very small similarities and differentiations are there when we use about some specific prepositions. And we'll be discussing about that in the next session. So make sure you keep practicing, you keep reading, and if you're reading a text or something, try and do an activity one day, take a story and make sure you underline the prepositions from that story. And you will get to know that yes, there are more than 10, 15, 20 prepositions. Okay. So thank you all for watching this video and see you all soon with the next topic. Have a wonderful day and God bless you all.